So now we're gonna solve the problem A, which is asking us to get the area of the function of x, which is sine of x, between the region x equal to pi over 2 and x equal to 3 pi. So now we're gonna graph. So it's asking us from here to So as these three are the same thing, we're gonna get the area from 0 to pi. So now we're gonna do the integral of 0 to pi from sine of x, which is so now we're gonna solve this. So and so this is equal to 1 and minus 1, and this becomes positive, so it's 1 plus 1, and it's equal to 2. So the area from 0 to pi is equal to 2. So the half of 2 is 1, and as these three are the same, this is going to be 2, and this is going to be 2. So the area is equal to 5.
So the exercise B is asking for the same graph, but now it's asking for the volume between x equals to 0 and x equals to pi. And the x-axis, and it's rotated about the x-axis. So first we need to make the graph, which is like this, more or less, and then it's asking for the volume. The formula for the volume is pi times the radius squared. So we need to make our rectangle, which its height is sine of x. The formula to simplify this, I'll write it here, is sine squared of x is equal to 1 minus cosine 2x over 2. That's the formula, so we can apply it to here. So it's pi over 2. I'm getting the 2 out. From 0 to pi, 1 minus cosine of 2x. All of this times dx. And we can integrate now. So this will get pi over 2 of 1 is x. Cosine of 2x is minus 1/2 of sine of 2x, and all of this between 0 and pi. So now we can use this. So sine of 2 times pi is equal to 0, times 1/2 is equal to 0. So pi times pi over 2 is pi squared over 2, and so it's minus this, but sine of 2 times 0 is sine of 0, which is 0, times this is 0, this is 0, so 0 times this is 0. So it cancels, and this is the answer. And the exercise C is asking almost for the same thing, but with equilateral triangles. So it changes a little bit. First of all, we do again our graph. Pi over 2 and pi 1 minus 1. So it's in here and here. Okay. So we can do our rectangle again. And we have the procedure which is the same as the last one, but the formula for the triangle is square root of 3 over 4 radius squared. The radius here is sine of x. So our new formula will be, the volume will be square root of 3 over 4 integral from 0 to pi sine squared of x times dx. And we have this formula in the other exercise, so it would be square root of 3 over 8, because we'll multiply the over 2, so 0 to pi 1 minus cosine of 2x, and all of this times dx. And now we can integrate, so it would be this. 1 is x minus 1/2 sine of 2x from 0 to pi. So as well as the last one, this is 0, so it's just pi times square root of 3 over 8, so this, and sine of 0 is 0, times 1/2 is 0, minus 0 is 0, so everything cancels, and this is the answer. That's it.
Okay, now I'm going to explain excerpt D, in which you have the same formula, and then it asks you to calculate the g of x with the g of x prime derivative in pi over 4. So what you do first is you replace f inside of here, so you get g of x is equal to integral of 2x 1 t dt. Okay, now that we have our formula, the next step would be to have the derivative. So to have the derivative, we need to use that formula. So we do d of dx over 2x sine of t dt. And this is equal to, we know that g of x is 2x because of the formula. So we derive 2x and we get 2 sine of f of gx equal 2x. After this, we have to solve. Okay, so now that we have this is our g prime. And the problem is asking us to calculate g prime of pi over 4. So we do this.